Namaste children. 100 dresses part 1 we are doing now. In that till now we came to know Wanda Petrosky was a girl who entire family got immigrated to America, and there she was going to school, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday she did not come to school, but her friends observed that on Wednesday that she did not come to school. Who were those classmates observed? Peggy and Maddie. They observed, and then they previously what had happened, they were talking about that. Now we came to present day. Okay, now Wednesday they observed, and that means today is Thursday maybe. Today, even though they had been late to school, Maddie was glad she had not had to make fun of Wanda. She worked her arithmetic problems absent-mindedly. 8 times 8. Let's see. She wished she had the nerve to write Peggy a note, because she knew she never would have the courage to speak right out to Peggy, to say, "Hey Peg, let's stop asking Wanda how many dresses she has." When she finished her arithmetic, she did start a note to Peggy. Suddenly she paused and shuddered. She pictured herself in the schoolyard, a new target for Peggy and the girls. Peggy might ask her where she got the dress that she had on, and Maddie would have to say it was one of Peggy's old ones that Maddie's mother had tried to disguise with new trimmings, so on. One in the room 13 would recognize it. So what happened? Today, the day maths class was there and she was doing maths, but even then, Maddie wanted to tell Peggy, please don't make fun of Wanda Petrosky like that. Then she could not talk to her, so she thought of writing a letter to Peggy, telling that please don't make fun of Wanda. Then when she started writing the letter, immediately after maths class, she started writing also. Then afterwards, she could get the picture that she was standing there and Peggy and all the other friends were making fun of her. That picture she got and she kept quiet. And she even, maybe she felt that they would ask her, where did you get this dress? Then she had to tell that she got the dress from Peggy, and her mother brought and made the trimming, so that all that entire history made her feel really very bad. And what did she do? If only Peggy would decide on her own accord to stop having fun with Wanda. Oh well, Maddie ran her hand through her short blonde hair as though to push the uncomfortable thoughts away. What difference did it make? Slowly Maddie tore into bits the note she had started. She was Peggy's best friend, and Peggy was the best liked girl in the whole class, whole room. Peggy would not possibly do anything that was really wrong, she thought. So, when she was thinking all the things, she could not wanted to stop all the thoughts and just pushed her hair back. And then she told Peggy was her best friend and Peggy was liked by everybody. And then why should she talk something which she really did not like? So better keep quiet. She just kept quiet without asking Peggy not to write letter to Wanda. As for Wanda, she was just some girl who lived up on Boggins Heights and stood alone in the schoolyard. She scarcely ever said anything to anybody. The only time she talked was in the schoolyard about her 100 dresses. Maddie remembered her telling about one of her dresses, pale blue with colored trimmings. And she remembered another that was brilliant jungle green with a red sash. You would look like a Christmas tree in that, the girls had said in pretended admiration. So, as far as Wanda was concerned, she never gave any complaint to anybody about the way she was. Other people were making fun of her. She just kept quiet. So, for Maddie, she was just another girl who was very quiet. So now Maddie started remembering even the dresses what she wore and the way others were commenting and describing the dresses whatever she had. And everybody, when she said, oh, you really look like a Christmas tree in that beautiful dress. That's how they were making fun of her. Thinking about Wanda and her 100 dresses all lined up in the closet, Maddie began to wonder who was going to win the drawing and coloring contest for girls. This contest considered for designing dresses and for boys of designing motorboats. So they had one competition. What was that competition? Designing the dresses and coloring that. That is for girls, and for boys, designing motor boats. So now Mary started thinking about who is going to win that prize in that context. Now probably Peggy would win the girls' medal. Peggy drew better than anyone else in the room. At least that's what everybody thought. So now again everybody thought that that prize would go to Peggy only, because Peggy was the one who can draw the things very, very neatly. So she would copy a picture in a magazine or some film star's head so that you could almost tell who it was. So the feelings and the features and all that were very well depicted in her picture. So everybody thought that Peggy was the one who is going to get the medal for that. Oh, Maddie was sure Peggy would win. Well, tomorrow the teacher was going to announce the winners. Then they would know. So next day the teacher was going to announce who was going to win the prize. So tomorrow they are going to know who is going to win the prize. The next day it was dazzling. Maddie and Peggy hurried to school under Peggy's umbrella. Naturally, on the day like this, they did not wait for Wanda Petrosky on the corner of the Oliver Street. The street that far, far away under the railroad tracks and up the hill led to Bogies Heights. Anyway, they were not taking chances on being late today because today was important. So they went there. They were coming to school on that day. It was raining and Maddie came in Peggy's umbrella, and they did not wait for Wanda because they were all very eagerly waiting to know the result, who is going to get the medal. So they did not wait because of that and because of the rain. So they came away to the school because they wanted to know the result, what was happening. Now, next, what happened? Do you think Miss Masson will announce the winners today? Asked Peggy. Oh, I hope so. The minute we get in, said Maddie. Of course, you will win, Peg. Hope so, said Peggy eagerly. So, do you think that today Miss Masson will announce? So, now we heard in the previous class that when Peggy was talking to Wanda Petrosky, she will announce Wanda in a very polite way as if she was talking to Miss Masson. So at that time we don't know who Miss Masson was. Now we know. Do you think Miss Masson will announce the winners today? So now you came to know that Miss Masson was a teacher in the school and she was the one who is going to announce the result. I hope so. A minute we get in. So within 1 minute we are going to get the result. And then Maddie told her, of course you are going to win that. She told. Hope so, said Peggy eagerly. The minute they entered the classroom, they stopped short and gasped. So they were took the breath. They were started looking at all the things around. There were drawings all over the room on every ledge and windowsill, dazzling colors and brilliant, lavish designs, all drawn on great sheets of wrapping papers. There must have been 100 of them all lined up. These must be the drawings for the contest. They were. Everybody stopped and whistled and murmured admiringly. So when Peggy and Maddie entered the classroom, they saw that the entire room was filled with beautiful drawings of dress designing. They were everywhere. It is there. Windowsill and the entire room was covered with that. So they were surprised. So they all came to know that that was the paintings which were there for the competition. And then everybody was really surprised and amazed seeing all that. So as soon as the class had assembled, Miss Masson announced the winners. Jack Beggles had won the boys, she said, and his design for an outboard motor was an exhibition in room 12 along with the sketches by all the other boys. So in that boys, Jack Beggles was the one who won the prize for that motor designing, and that was displayed in room number 12. Now, as for girls, she started telling now. As for girls, she said, although just 1 or 2 sketches were submitted by most, one girl and room number 13 should be proud of her. This one girl actually drew 100 designs, all different and all beautiful. In the opinion of the judges, any one of the drawings is worthy of winning the prize. I am very happy to say that Wanda Petrosky is the winner of the girls' medal. So, Wanda Petrosky got the prize. So, here are the dresses which she drew were clearly shown in your textbook. So, it was not Peggy who got, but it was Wanda Petrosky who got the prize. And what did the teacher say? Each and every design what she made is worth of getting the prize. And she drew 100, whereas all others they drew just 1 or 2 and submitted. She drew 100 and she submitted everything, all the dresses. Unfortunately, Wanda had been absent from school for some days and it is not here to receive the applause that is due to her. Let us hope she will be back tomorrow. Now class, you may fight around the room quietly and look at her executive drawings. So she gave permission to all the students to go around the class and watch all the drawings made by Wanda Petrosky. The children burst into applause and even the boys were glad to have a chance to stamp on the floor, put their fingers in their mouth and whistles, though they were not interested in dresses. So even though the boys were not interested, but they got the opportunity to move around, and so they started moving around with whistling and enjoying seeing the dresses. Look, Peg, whispered Maddie. That's the blue one she told us about. Isn't it beautiful? Yes, said Peggy. And here is that green one, boy, and I thought I could draw. So they started talking about all the dresses, whatever she made. And here is again comprehension check. Why didn't Maddie and Peggy to stop teasing Wanda? What was she afraid of? So why didn't Maddie ask Peggy, stop this kind of teasing, don't do that. What is the reason? And what was she afraid of actually? Why she was not telling that? And who did Maddie think would win the drawing contest? And why she felt like that? And who won the drawing contest? And what made the winner draw? Okay, now these are the questions which you can easily make it. Now, children, here, these are the questions you can easily read and understand and then write. Look at these questions, whatever are there at the end of the lesson. Yeah, think about. Text. How is Wanda seen as different by other girls and how do they treat her? And how does Wanda feel about the dresses game? And why does she say that she had 100 dresses? So the reason is not given, but you can easily think it, write that. Why does Maddie stand by and not do anything? And how is she different from Peggy? Was Peggy's friendship important to Maddie? Why? Which lines in the text tell you that? So that entire thing you need to write. And what does Miss Masson think of Wanda's drawings? And what do the children think of them and how do you know? So all these 4 answers, this you can write after reading entire for 2 parts in that whatever I have divided, and then write about that in detail. Okay. Now after that, thinking about the language is given here. This is about relative clauses. So here are the sentences. Okay, now this is the bus. What kind of bus? It goes to Agra. Use which or that. So here he is telling about non-defining classes, which you have already discussed in Unit 1. And now this is about the defining classes, which means you are talking about defining that and then telling that. So here are 6 sentences, and all these 6 sentences you can do that very easily. I am going to explain again what is defining and non-defining relative classes. Okay, that you can listen to that and then write all these answers. And check the answers what you have written in Unit 1 also. Because that time I did not explain to you properly, but now I am going to explain what is a defining and non-defining relative class. What is a relative class, and all this you are going to write afterwards. Okay children, thank you.